GNS can go ahead and breathe a sigh of relief.
Up and away we go is Phoenix. Getting a flip reset. Not going to use it. Was trying to get away from Knight. Up to Dink. Dink off the corner. Over to Anti. Anti to Luca. Guys getting the save. Another 50. Luca, last man, trying to get this out of here. Dink, corner pass once again, but it's going to be Luca to clear entirely.
Phoenix is hunting for a goal here, but Luca will deny that opportunity as he will go ahead and clear this one off to the sidewall. A couple shots ring out off the back wall. Luca with the read brings it out into the corner. Phoenix unable to go ahead and find the challenge, so Dink will go ahead and collect this one, but gets 50'd by Knight. As Anti puts this one on target, it is turned away by Knight, and again, another 50 comes out, water falling down, but no goal quite yet, as it will finally find the back of the net, as Phoenix taps that one in.
Now we know that Doodle Bangers have beat GNS, but they are on all cylinders right now. Doodle Bangers already showing us how good they are and how capable they are stonewalling GNS from making their first goal at 1 minute 45 time marker. As Guys is off the corner, over to Luca. Luca gets a flip reset, unable to do it, and Knight returns their goal with another, and it's now back to 1-1. Same start we had from before.
A beautiful read by Knight after that touch from Luca. Comes off of the back wall, able to go ahead and get to that a little bit faster than the defense was able to. The challenge just not there, as Knight will bring this one into the corner. Collects that 100 pad, but Anti will be there for the read, so it will go down the field as Skies is able to get a touch on it only before he gets demoed, as Anti looking for the ball will find no purchase on it as it brings around the Rosie up the wall as Phoenix brings this one down, shot on target. Luca with the save. Dank unable to go ahead and get it by Knight. Anti with the 50 stalls it down in the corner as GNS is unable to go ahead and progress it much further than that. And it will be pinched away out to the side wall. Knight looking to go ahead and get the pressure started for the boys of Doodle Bangers.
Sending that to the midfield as Anti tries to stop it, gets a flip reset, not going to use it, but 50's into it. Is now denied by Luca. Once again, Knight trying to get the redirect, but is shot wide here. Might have another chance off the backboard. Anti sending it to the side. Knight, once again, gonna challenge. The aggression coming out from both teams is being unmatched as they have their gloves tied up and they're raring for the touch-out that is gonna be this series. This game is just the first example.
We're still tied as we move into near overtime territory. 10 seconds remain on the clock in game number 1. Luca will pop this one off to the side wall. Tank with the follow-up. Will not be able to go ahead and put this one on net as it pops back out into the midfield. Phoenix gets to 50. Anti's up. Shot on target, but it's saved away. Here comes Dank to keep this one alive for just a moment longer. Now it is Doodle Bangers looking to go ahead and take the go-ahead to OT, but we will find OT instead as the clock hits 0 and that ball hits the grass.
Phoenix to Luca. Luca over 1. It's going to be a long series here. This is down to Sky, to Knight. Knight is up, gets the touch to the midfield, and is Dank unable to get another chance on that. Over to the corner is Skies. Skies over and out, down and away, gets the demo, up to Knight, gets the shot, and is denied by Phoenix, putting it back into that corner, making sure there is no advancement and that the scoreboard stays the same until it goes their way of advantage.
Anti will be in the hunt for this one as he gets a demo. Go ahead and bring this one to the side wall, looking to find a teammate in the midfield. Looks for Phoenix, finds him. But Luca will field this one towards the net, taking it to the side wall as Dank goes ahead and gets the 50. Knight unable to control that shot. Won't be able to get the second touch either, so Dank will have a little bit of free time in the air as Anti is not able to beat Skies. And we're looking at a little bit of a stalemate here as Dank may find the net, but the save is there by Knight.
It's down to, oh, Phoenix able to get the score. Picked up by Dank here. Phoenix just finding the placement they needed. Sees awkward positioning, and Luka unable to get there in time is going to GNS for game number 1. And what a hard-fought game number 1 that was. Overtime for it as well, along with 10 shots on net by GNS, 8 shots from Doodle Bangers. And just look at the saves. We're at 7 saves coming in from Doodle Bangers, but only a measly 3. It was GNS who seemed like they were on the attack more than Doodle Bangers, but Doodle Bangers had more real estate than GNS.
And one of the problems lies in with the accuracy of Doodle Bangers, not able to go ahead and put those shots on target. We saw so many of their shots go right off the crossbar and just was turned away shortly after. And I think if they're able to go ahead and get those shots a little bit more on target, they'll be able to go ahead and bring this one back to GNS just like they did in the previous weeks when they're able to go ahead and secure victory against them there. But we're seeing a different storyline right now. GNS able to go ahead and set themselves up quite nicely and able to go ahead and get themselves in a good position with a game 1 victory against Doodle Bangers.
And going ahead, indeed, we're going to head back to the field here. Doodle Bangers, GNS. I'm betting there's going to be a game 5, Lightning.
I could definitely see it. I could definitely see that there will be a game number 5 if Doodle Bangers can go ahead and bring the same level of offense that GNS has with the same amount of accuracy. As Phoenix will pop this one out in the mid, Skies will turn it away. Luka looking for an opportunity to shoot on net, finds Skies, but Anti turns it away as it pops back into the corner. Tank Team Hub looking for a teammate to go ahead and collect this one, but nobody's there, so he will instead decide to turn on the rotate into the back third man position on that back post. Phoenix slow playing it for the time being. Tank able to go ahead and collect this one, pops it out into the mid off that 50 Skies. 4 Doodle Bangers bring this one to Knight. Knight under 1, gets 50, loses control of the offensive pressure.
And Knight able to get the position set up for Skies. Skies backboard. That's a read here if Luka is able to play it right, but gets Athena flick instead. Is going over to Luka. Luka down to Phoenix. Phoenix and Knight. Knight to the side here. Is Skies who now has to get the clear and has to get the momentum ready for their team as GNS is now on the never-ending slaughter and manhunt for Doodle Bangers. They are out for blood.
A little bit of a double commit coming out on that back side as Phoenix will go ahead and collect this one, but not able to go ahead and stay on top of it as he will instead rely on Dank to go ahead and pop this over 1. The demo coming out on the side wall will leave Skies by his lonesome as Anti not able to make contact. Skies will instead drift slowly to the ground as Dank will pop this one off the side wall, not able to find the second touch. Knight collecting it at that midfield. Skies not there. Luka with the demo. The save is there. Dank pinching it off the crossbar, and GNS able to keep it a 0-0 game.
What a save! I swore that the majority of the ball was in net, but they're able to get it out in time as Danks is now onto the attack and is inside the trenches, ready to fire upon GNS. Phoenix sending this out over to Luka. Luka putting it back into the corner to Anti. Anti over to Knight. Knight being ready for their positioning. Waiting for the read on Phoenix here. Phoenix unable to get past them as it's going straight to Luka. Luka to the ceiling. Trying to get that reset, trying to get the touch, and is away and up again to Knight.
Anti, beautiful 50 with Knight, keeping this one under control. Tank will go ahead and follow this one only for a moment before Luka turns it right back into the corner. Looking for the center pass, won't be able to go ahead and connect though, as Phoenix will have this ball ripped away from him for a time until he's able to go ahead and get right back on top of it as Knight brings this one from the ceiling, finds Dank on the 50. Anti is there, but gets demoed off of the double commit, so Dank instead will find this one rolling from the ceiling to the back wall. Anti having to go ahead and backtrack onto defense.
Indeed, as Skies has to send this back down to the midfield, giving them enough time to recollect. Maybe slow down the game as a long clear comes to Dank's way is Luca. To Sky, Skies is up and down. Anti able to get set up for another long clear. Shoots it down to Luca. Luca back to the sidewall. And Dank's up again. No one's there to challenge except Phoenix, who's gonna get that purchase, but not quite as Luca has to challenge. There's a demo. The ball's open. There's no shot on as Phoenix hasn't made it yet. We're almost less than 60 seconds here with nobody getting a goal.
Nancy in the hunt on that midfield. We'll go ahead and rotate behind Dank as Dank gets a touch on the ball. Unable to go ahead and get that one net side as it's popped back into the corner of GNS. As Phoenix gonna make a good read here. Pops this one all the way back across. Knight not able to find the touch. Luca unable as well as it comes back net side. Dank with the shot opportunity gets 50 away by Skies. Another beautiful save by Doodle Bangers as Anti's gonna drop this one down low. Out into the midfield. Knight will tap it over to the side wall for Phoenix.
Guys trying to get some ground bot, but the real estate agent denies it. Luca to Knight. Knight to the side is still an 0-0. Less than 30 seconds left. Up the wall once again. Phoenix, thanks Hub. Phoenix gained the clear to Luca. Luca gained the touch away back into midfield to Anti. Anti waiting and finds some time. Flicked over one. Dink trying to send this down to Luca. Luca pinch to the side as Knight over to, oh, not quite a Phoenix. It looks like we have an overtime. 0-0. How long will it last?
An unfortunate shot by GNS. You really got to be reeling from that one as it goes just a little bit wide. You had your game 2 secured, and I mean, just millimeters from taking game 2, and we find ourselves in overtime instead, but it doesn't matter as Phoenix will go ahead and secure game 2. He said he didn't want to see too much overtime like we saw in game number 1. You missed the net once, you won't miss it again. And GNS will take game 2 and go up 2-0 in the best of 5 series.
And that's insane because Doodle Bangers is putting up a great fight, but GNS has put in the time and effort to go against them. We have 8 shots on by GNS, right? 4 saves from GNS, and you're looking at Doodle Bangers, you have 4 shots on and 4 saves. It is almost the exact same, except for the 3 extra shots coming in from GNS where it really mattered and it took some time to break the defense. GNS has the stamina, but can they sweep Doodle Bangers? Or will we see a game number 5 with them try and come out with a reverse?
And the difference maker there in this game was that goal line save by Dank Mean Hub to go ahead and push that one out. Otherwise, we wouldn't have even seen an overtime, as Doodle Bangers probably thought that they should have had this one clinched instead of GNS being able to swing this one back in their favor to have it to where they are up now 2 games in the series instead of being tied 1-1. But that's just the difference we see in Rocket League, is that little bit of back and forth, the denying of the games. And it is a little bit frustrating for Doodle Bangers because they had such an opportunity, so many drives on offense, but just couldn't get it clinched in time.
See a flip reset from Sky, denied by Anti. Over to the wall once again to Luca. Luca, the reliable third man for GNS, sending it back down and trying to get set up for a shot, but denied by Anti at the goal line once again. Guys, over to Knight. Knight up, denied by Dank, not quite. As they shoot it back into the corner, Knight trying to understand the minds of GNS. Back to midfield, Knight. Backboard, getting a shot set up, but denied again. Denial after denial coming in from Doodle Bangers. It reminds me of my high school years.
And Dank will go ahead and bring this one back net side, unable to find the net. Anti popping this one high off the side wall. Read by Skies. Down to the midfield. Phoenix will field this one. Looking to get it by Luca. The 50's there. Dank with the follow-up, but the shot is wide. Ante will instead turn it in. As we now pass exactly 60 seconds of Game 3 played. GNS is on top. 1-0.
They're taking their first steps for another sweep today. GNS versus Doodle Bangers is not one-sided, but this game can go either way as Ante saves on the corner. Knight trying to play the game, but is denied as Luca now has to go back and is denied and demoed by Dank. He's going up in the air for Skies, taking flight. Ego down to Phoenix, trying to send this in the corner for Dank. Dank taking that catch, sending it out and setting up. Past Skies, not past Luca, but to Phoenix. Phoenix backboard, it's in dangerous territory. This Knight now has to retaliate.
Oh, a beautiful shot attempt by Knight is turned away by Ante. As we now go ahead and pass the 3-minute and 20-second mark in game number 3. Ante pops this one back into the corner. Dank with the follow-up, but both Skies and Luca are there on the defensive side for Doodle Bangers. And this one will be a Doodle Banger of a goal. And just like that, we're all tied back up at 1.
Doodle Bangers, even though they're on the back foot, are tied up. They want to see that game number 5. They do not want to see the Janitors face. This door is closed and it's locked, but we're seeing already 2 early demos coming out the gate. Luca to Ante and Danks over to Knight. Coming back down to Ante. Luca getting a goal is now 2-1. We're almost at halftime. Will we see an overtime here, Lightning? Like the rest of the games, or will this be the first game that Doodle Bangers have clinched out?
I think that what we're gonna see here is a little bit of a swing in time for either one of these teams. I don't think we're gonna see an overtime. I think one of these teams is gonna come out on top rather than want to get run on. But we've seen a few mistakes from the GNS in terms of rotations as Ante pops this one over to Phoenix. Won't be able to go ahead and get it past Skies though, so Dank keen up. We'll have to pop this one out to the midfield. Knight looking for the double tap. We'll get it! And Doodle Bangers will go ahead and take a 2-goal lead in game number 3, and the momentum shift has been absolutely monumental. Doodle Bangers.
GNS now down by 2. This is the first time we've seen this. As Luca tried to go for the demo, Knight now has control here. Phoenix denying Knight of another goal as Luca's up for another shot, gets a flip reset and is denied again by Phoenix. Phoenix to the side, Skies is up, sending it sideways to Luca. Luca trying to get this off the ceiling. Skies with the read and is unable to get the shot off the corner here. It seems Dank over to Phoenix. Phoenix is up to the side and away. Skies taking their time. Flicked over to Luca. Luca sending this back down to Phoenix. Phoenix over to the corner, trying to get a better purchase of land on the field.
A beautiful 50 here by by Dank. I'm trying to switch the 2D names up. As Skies is unable to read that one, and it goes in for Phoenix. And we're back to a 1-goal series. If the boys of GNS are able to go ahead and bring this one back, they will be finding themselves with a clean 3-0 sweep of Doodle Bangers. Doodle really does not want to see that, so we're going to go ahead and possibly see more offensive drives out of them as Ante pops this one off the backboard. The follow from Dank is not good enough to make it on in.
Is up to Knight. Knight over to Ante. Ante down. Luca trying to snipe this one out. And it's cleared out by Dank, but Knight is still on the hunt, on the prowl. It seems like Doodle Bangers are not done yet with their Rocket League. Luca over. Skies getting the demo on Phoenix. Knight up, trying to find a shot here. Gets the flip off the corner. It's going to Phoenix. Doodle Bangers needs this insurance goal to be safe against GNS. GNS smells blood in the water and wants to take this to only 3 games.
They want to go ahead and finish this one out here, and we're moving into the final 30 seconds of game number 3. Knight will pop this one back down. Shot on net, and Skies will deny any chance of comeback. And with the way that Doodle Bangers is playing, it's safe to say that maybe the momentum has swung back in their favor.
They might be the one that was being voted on to win this series, and they might bring that prophecy to fruition, but it is up to GNS to deny it from happening. Guys, right? Flicks over 1, flicks over 2. Luca, open net, but denied by Phoenix.
Will come back out into the midfield as Knight fields this one. Looking for another goal, but Dank will turn it away into the midfield. This one will pop. Sky's looking for a shot, will miss. Into the midfield, it will stay. 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Anti up into the air. Luca with the deny, and it will touch the ground, and Doodle Bangers are hoping a prayer just yet as they bring this series back to 2-1.
But the question is, with the performance, will this last from Doodle Bangers? They came out swinging. They have 11 shots on net and 5 saves. Knight with 2 assists, able to get the 4 goals in. But we're looking at the other side. We have 8 shots on net from GNS and a total of only 7 saves. Their defense was cracking this time. Does Doodle Bangers have the stamina to keep going? And GNS just running on fumes, or are they able to come back?
It's certainly possible. Doodle Bangers is a very tough team, very competitive against this GNS squad. Able to go ahead and hold them to 2 goals only in this game, and able to go ahead and bring their score back to 2-1 in the series. So if they're able to go ahead and bring it to 2-2 and we see a game number 5, it would certainly be a change of pace for Doodle Bangers.
As we can see, coming into the game number 4, GNS. Doodle Bangers meet on the pitch for potentially the last time of this series. Can GNS clinch one out, or can Doodle Bangers get the reverse sweep?
We'll certainly see as kickoff goes in the favor of Doodle Bangers. And we have a DC on the field. So I think that we're going to have a little bit of a reset here.
Yep, we're going in for a reset. We're leaving the match now as everybody else has left the match as well.
I think this is a prime opportunity to go ahead and talk about what Doodle Bangers is doing right in Game 3 versus what they did differently in Games 1 and 2, and where GNS kind of sits in that mix. Because they did so well in Games 1 and 2 to hold Doodle Bangers to a total of 3 shots across all those matches. But you got to really say GNS has performed admirably up till Game 3 to where they kind of let the focus slip a little bit. So, Odin, I guess my question is, where do you think GNS went wrong in Game 3?
You know, they weren't as aggressive. They didn't have the real estate nor the economics to hold everything. And if they were able to be up on their economics once again, because you saw a lot of boost starving happening from Doodle Bangers, they were starving the rest of GNS to get into the game and be able to defend properly. If they had the boost, they would have had those challenges. And that denied them of the ability to gain more real estate onto Doodle Bangers' side for those potential shots. And potential shots mean potential goals, which means the potential victory. So if GNS is going to take any advice from me, make sure they don't take your boost.
That boost economy is definitely a big part of Rocket League, as well as the disruption game. We saw quite a few demos come out on the back lines of both these teams on their offensive drives. But I think that the difference late in, like you said, is just that GNS wasn't able to go ahead and keep their defense rolling the way that they wanted to, and Doodle Bangers was able to go ahead and punish them quite severely in game number 3. And as we roll into game number 4 with GNS still on game point. The question is, are they going to be able to make the necessary adjustments they need to in order to beat Doodle Bangers here and now?
They might be able to. They showed it with the 2 other games before. That's a shot on net. That's a crossbar. The 4th defender gets to be able to save that as Anti gets the first goal. GNS does not want a game number 5.
A beautiful read by Anti to pop this one far post away from the defender. And a good job by GNS to stay in that offensive rotation as well as they did to get that first goal, because we really didn't see that much offense out of the first 2 series until about halfway.
Indeed. And now with some extra momentum, Dank able to shoot that to the side, forcing Knight for a different approach here. Dank is on the wall, denying a potential backboard shot. Up and down to Skies. Skies is coming back down to Luka. Luka to Skies. And we're back to being tied within the first minute.
A beautiful read by Luka to go ahead and get this to Skies, who just pops it away from the defense, just like we saw Anti do. And it's more of a case of, if you can do it, I can do it better. And now we see another goal possibly coming out, but it is just wide as the defense will go ahead and play.
That's an open net potentially, but denied by Knight. Back down to Anti. Anti backboard to Danks. Danks is up as Knight is ready to flick over one to Phoenix. Phoenix getting ready to get that midfield advantage here to Skies. Skies, Knight, Luka having the clear.
Skies making a beautiful read here. Won't be able to go in and get it though. Luka with the follow-up is saved away by Dank as this one rounds down the corner. Anti will pop it over to Knight, who only will pop it right back towards the net. And the 50 coming out from Dank will keep this one safe, and it gets the demo on Knight as well. So it is now a 3v2 on offense. So GNS should be able to go ahead and get this one reliably cleared away as Anti pops this one down into the midfield for Dank to field.
It is now Dank trying to get set up to Knight. Knight is up to Skies. Skies down to Anti. Anti, Luka down again. One over, sees a shot, sees the save coming in from Sky. Is now back to Phoenix. Is back and forth this dance that they're doing. We have no idea who's gonna be able to lead as both of them are trying to take the dominance.
And both these teams are really and truly firing on all cylinders as Dank will pop this one across the field. Awkward bounce for Dank. Won't be able to go ahead and read it as it comes out into the midfield. Anti will pop it over to Phoenix. Phoenix down the field to Luka. And it will come right on back to Knight with the shot, but a beautiful save by Phoenix will keep this one out of the net as we now move into halfway of game 4. This one rolling in front of the net. Dank will get it out of danger, but gets demoed for the trouble. Over one, Phoenix down the field. Wait to see if he can find a net here and now for GNS.
Is now Dink back into the midfield. We are at 2 minutes now. A shot coming in from Luka, but it's denied by Anti. Anti is up, but demoed for the transgressions they've committed against Luka. To Knight. Knight to the side. Is now seeing some real progression, but is halted as Dink is going for a shot to Luka. Luka back down. Over to Anti. Anti down as well as Knight chases this around. Luka trying to take the chance here to Dank. Dank back to Luka. Luka to the side as Anti sends it over to Phoenix. Phoenix now having to clench this out. Is trying to make sure this is a possibility. Luka unable to shoot. Back down over to Anti to Phoenix. Phoenix is challenged by Skies once again.
Dank looking for an option to get this one out to mid. We'll get the pinch. That is a beautiful play, but just a bit high to find the back of the net. Skies going to slow down the play even more. Phoenix will instead get this one by Luka, looking to get it by Skies as well, but is unable in doing so. So we'll come back onto the defensive half of GNS as Anti gets 50 by Luka. Pops this one out into the center for Phoenix to read. Skies out into the midfield for Knight. The pass is there, but the shot is not. We move into the final 60 seconds, and it is still tied up 1-1 between Doodle Bangers and GNS.
It's now Luka up, is Knight trying to get a shot. Luca keeping it up as well. Dangerous territory. And it is done for as Sky shoots it in. 39 seconds left. Can we see another tie coming in from GNS?
A rough go-around on the defensive half for GNS as Anti and Dank were unable to get that one out fast enough before Skies could dive on top of it. Now we see ourselves with 40 seconds remaining on the play clock, and GNS is not in the position that they really want to be in. I would rather have them seen them go into OT than give up the lead here and now with this little amount of time remaining. Phoenix will pop this one up, but we'll have to instead go back on defense, and the shot is there, and Doodle Bangers looking like they're gonna bring this series back to 2-2.
It's now Doodle Bangers 2-2. Game number 5 is on its way after 20 seconds. Calling it now, Doodle Bangers, GNS. Game 5, overtime. GNS with 3 goals and Doodle Bangers with 2.
Pops out, final 10 seconds on the clock. Sky's unable to make the read, but Luca will. As Knight's gonna slow this one down in the corner. It will fall to Dank to pop up. Zero boost in the tank for Knight, but he's already done the damage as this one hits Zero. Skies with a beautiful flip reset, but no goal to be had. Doodle Bangers do in fact bring it back to an even series scoreline of 2-2.
And it is what we love to see. And I'm gonna restate my prediction for game number 5. We're gonna see an overtime 3-2, and that overtime goal is gonna go to GNS. That is what my prediction is right now. What is yours, Lightning?
I want to say that GNS is going to be able to bring this one back into their control in game number 5, but right now it just seems like it's Doodle Bangers' dominance, and you really can't fault them for it because they're playing so well on offense and defense. They're turning GNS away at every stop, and GNS just keeps falling short of the mark on their offensive drives, whether it's they're getting stopped at the midfield or they're going ahead and getting turned away on the goal line with the saves. And we're seeing a similar stat line in terms of shots and saves from both these teams, but like I said, the conversion rate is just not there now for GNS.
That's true. 7 shots from GNS and 8 shots from Doodle Bangers. It is a fairly close game either way, but Doodle Bangers has higher quality than GNS.
And as a wise man once said, you want to go ahead and focus over quality over quantity. And GNS needs to start practicing that statement a little bit more in game 5, as the quality of opportunities has been rather low, but the quantity has been very high as Skies is going to pop this one up. And that might be a back pass to Luca, and it is. I was almost going to be tempted to say it was an own goal, but GNS able to go ahead and get this one corralled, and Knight saves it away from his own teammate. It is quite the unfortunate positioning for Doodle Bangers.
Dank up off the wall, back to midfield. Skies over, and is now Knight, who's getting set up. Dank shooting it down. Luca denying any progression coming out as Phoenix sends it over. There's no save point in Rocket League. There's no chances for a redo as we see Doodle Bangers taking as much time as they can to get a shot on, but Anti denying that shot and denying a potential goal.
And you really gotta say that the persistence and the drive that Doodle Bangers has is top notch right now, as we see them going ahead and breaking up a lot of plays that could potentially be dangerous, as we see them once again popping this one out to the side wall as Phoenix looking for a pass opportunity, finds Dank, but Skies is there a little bit quicker on the challenge. We're seeing Doodle Bangers getting quicker and quicker to the draw every time they come back onto the defensive side.
Is Dank up and down, and Phoenix trying to shoot this out. Gets the touch. Phoenix over, trying to chase this one down to Dank. Dank gained the demo on Skies. The Anti down, demoed. Luca has the chance for a passing play, but just fakes the dribble and shoots it in. Phoenix getting close one Doodle Bangers with the lead now of the final game of this best of 5.
And a beautiful heads-up play by Luca to go ahead and realize that the defender was up in the air, so all he did was drop that ball off his hood, slow down a little bit, and picked it right back up where it was to go ahead and get that go-ahead goal for Doodle Bangers. As Knight's going to go ahead and look for a shot himself, but can't find it as it corrals back down into the midfield. Shot is there, but it is turned away by Anti. Knight yet again looking for another opportunity. Phoenix will go ahead and get this ball down into the midfield. Zero boost and a dream. Gets 50 by Skies, who will not be able to go ahead and find another touch, but does get it away from the net.
And Luca setting it up, sending it down is Dank. Dank is away. Knight trying to get Phoenix to challenge him. Knight off the wall, sees Skies there. And just dribbles it in, making it 2-0 and getting their insurance goal after halftime.
And what beautiful card control from Knight to bring this to the utmost apex of the net and just be able to drop it down ever so slightly to read that crossbar and pop it on in. And Doodle Bangers has a new lease on life after these past 3 games, and quite the momentum shift, I will certainly say, as Anti's gonna have to make the goal line stop after that beautiful clear by Luca. This one will not find net as 2 shot opportunities from GNS ring out, and opportunities again not finding purchase. GNS.
It's now up to Skies. Phoenix with the challenge. Skies winning that 50 up to Anti, but Skies passing it to Knight, shot wide. Lump once again gets the ego. Knight with possession over to Luca. Phoenix, Luca, reliable third man, denies the shot up to Danks. Danks to the side here as Knight challenges once again Luca. Trying to get this away. Over one. Can they get past Phoenix? Not quite, as Knight is the last man to challenge.
Knight will be pushed out of the rotations as Anti again making another save. And we are approaching that very dangerous time of the final 60 seconds. Skies will collect. Won't be able to go in and find the net. This one pops out into the midfield. It won't fall down the Dank. A big flick over to Knight, and it is turned away once more. Doodle Bangers only have to hold on for a final 60 seconds, and the reverse sweep on GNS is secured.
Is now Phoenix sending it down. Knight over to the side. Guys to Luca. Luca up to Dank. 45 seconds left. And we're seeing no progression coming in from GNS. GNS is taking this away as Luca trying to get a passing play. Sees Skies there. Skies unable to get the touch. Knight able to shoot it away. Guys still Anti getting the bump is Phoenix. Has to get this out. Over to Luca. Luca back to net. Anti having to save that, and Luca once again up and down. Is there anyone there to challenge? His Skies with the ability for an open shot, but denied once again by Phoenix.
We move into the final 10 seconds of game 5. As Knight looking for another goal, won't be able to get it, but Doodle Bangers will go ahead and clinch the reverse sweep against GNS to be your week 5 Stayed Plug-In winners.
And I have to admit, GNS was looking great. I thought they were going to be able to come back for this, but Doodle Bangers, they just did everything. You saw shots that you didn't think were going to happen against the team as well as GNS. You saw the opportunities there, the fakes, everything, the shots, the saves coming out. Speaking of saves, GNS had a total of 7 saves. Doodle Bangers only had 2. There was 10 shots on net by Doodle Bangers, 2 by GNS. Doodle Bangers beat GNS into submission. Round for round, punch for punch, pound for pound, Doodle Bangers was able to clinch away this reverse sweep.
And I think on another day, GNS would have been able to go ahead and take this series, but Doodle Bangers just came out with such ferocity on game 3 and did not look back afterwards. And you really got to give them credit to be able to bring their mentality back into such a positive light. and take game 3 by storm, because that was the swing moment. They were able to go ahead and just say, no, we're not losing this. We've lost to GNS before. We've beat them before. We know their play style, and we cannot go ahead and let them get the best of our rivalry. But with oh, do you have something else to add, Odin?
No, I'm just agreeing with you. Indeed.
Indeed. But we will be wrapping up here. And thank you for everybody that came out to watch these teams play. And thank you to everybody that's going to watch them and potentially sign them onto a college. We had so many great players here in this Stay Plugged In tournament series. But I have been Lightning. If you'd like to go ahead and reach out to me to cast any of your games, you can find me on Twitter at LightningCast, joined by Odin. And Odin, if you want to go ahead and link your socials, now is the time.
At Neko Odin on Twitter, you can find me there. And also, shout out to Reed being able to put this on. It was a great production and great games. Watching for Stay Plugged In, sponsored by NASCAR. And if you're a college kid, do exclamation point and CTC, I believe. C2C, I believe. To, find some colleges out there. This was a great game and a great time, and we'll be seeing you next time.